everybody, I'm Homesteading Barbie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clarify tallow. So we already rendered it. We got all of the meat products out and separated the fat from the meat. Now we are going to purify it and get all of that extra beef smell out. I like to use the rendered tallow for cooking, for all of my breads and tortillas and things like that. That little bit of beef flavor is really, really nice when you're doing something like that. But when you're doing soap or making body butter or something like that, you really want to clarify the tallow so it doesn't have that beefy sort of smell. I have made my body butter out of this. I don't prefer it. I really prefer the lard. It just makes for a firmer, nicer, kind of less gritty sort of thing. But if you don't have anything else, this is gonna work just fine. So first thing we're gonna do is get a pot. I really love these cast iron pots because it sort of seasons the pan while we're doing it. It bakes all that lard into the cast iron and it really makes your pan so nice and seasoned, and it's a really good way to do it. So I already did this before, so I don't have to clean the pot again. And we're just going to take some of our rendered tallow. I'm going to show you a quick recap of how to render tallow right here.
So first you want to grind the fat into small pieces. You can use a grinder like I'm doing here, or you can use a blender or a Cuisinart, or you can even cut it up, whatever you have on hand. And then you want to cook it low and slow for 6 to 10 hours. You can cook it on the wood stove like I'm doing here, or a solar oven, or a crock pot, or just a regular stove on low.
So we're not going to fill it all the way up. We're going to fill it to about there. That's perfect. We're going to add quite a bit of water because some of this is going to cook off. And you want all of the impurities are going to bond with the water. So that was about ½ a gallon of water in there. So it's kind of a ratio thing, so it doesn't have to be exactly ½ gallon. But one other super important thing that I forgot is to add salt. So you want to add a good amount of salt, a couple of dashes, just like that. That's perfect. And then we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to cook this low and slow for about 6 to 10 hours. You can do a crock pot, you could do a solar oven. I'm going to put this on my wood stove and let it cook low and slow for 6 to 10 hours.
After it's cooked, let it cool and put it in the refrigerator with a towel under it so you don't crack the shelf if you have glass refrigerator shelves. After you've had it in the fridge overnight and it's nice and hard, you are going to take a butter knife and cut along the edge of the outside. This may take a few times around, and just sort of take your time with this. You want to get it all in one shot if you can. And you're just gonna slowly and firmly go around, make sure you get all the way to the bottom, all around the outside. Then you're going to take a plate that can cover all of the tallow, fit in the tallow, and flip it over. There should be a lot of water coming out, so do this over a sink or outside or somewhere that you don't care that it's going to make a bit of a mess. All of the water is going to be carrying all those impurities, so you want that still to be in there. You don't want to boil that off while you're cooking it. And you can see all of the impurities sitting on the bottom there. Then you're going to take your butter knife again and gently scrape off all the impurities until it's just the white left. And then you're going to get it into your airtight container. So cut it up however you need to. If you want to melt it again, you can. I'm just going to cut it like a pie and get it in my container to store it. Make sure you're getting every little piece of impurities, because whatever ends up in there will end up in your finished product.
So this is the end result. It doesn't really have much of a smell after you purify. It kind of smells like nothing. So that's what you want. That's gonna make it not smell in your soap or anything else that you want to use it for. This also has a little bit longer of a shelf life since it doesn't have the impurities, so it'll last, whereas the tallow lasts about 1, maybe 2 years. This will last like 3, maybe 4, or maybe even longer if you keep it in a cool, dark place. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Mwah! Thank you very much for watching.